Yeah, I mean, we didn't have tons of rehearsal time together. We kind of just, went up on set and did it. And I feel like, I think what was so special about the relationship that we all kind of talked about, I guess, is the fact that Robert is the only guy in her life that doesn't treat her like a piece of meat. He's the only guy that doesn't check her out up and down the minute she walks in a room. He's the only guy that actually asks her how she is, how she's doing, how's her day. You know what I mean? And they have real conversations, even if it's just like, how's your book? And that means more to her than anything. And so I think her demeanor obviously kind of took that on, and the fact that she didn't feel like she had to, put herself on. And every time she opens that diner door, she puts herself on. She pulls her bra up, she pulls her shirt down, she puts on what everyone thinks she is. I actually went to this organization that Antoine sent me to called the Children of the Night. And I met a lot of girls who were actually put in this situation and have been taken out of it and are kind of figuring their life out now and getting educated. And a lot of them had this thing where they wouldn't really look you in the eye at all, really. And they would kind of just walk, when they would talk about what happened to them and they would tell you these stories, they would just kind of be real drifty and real shifty. But then when you would kind of connect with them, then they would actually kind of grant you with their look. And it meant so much to see that. And they kind of let you in, and you understand that doesn't happen very much. And we wanted to make that really poignant, and that's when she comes over to his table, and she has a conversation with him. It's a huge moment, because she doesn't do that, and I don't think he does that either. And they both kind of lock eyes on each other, and they barely say any words in that scene, but there's so much context just in the emotions they're sharing through their eyes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I mean, I guess, I think it's like when I was like 6 years old and I was having to cry in movies. And when you're 6 years old and you're crying in movies, you're thinking about like your pet dying and stuff. And there's a moment where like, you kind of ask your mom and you're like, wait, my pet's okay, right? Like, I'm just making sure, like, we're good here, right? And when you start to kind of believe the kind of emotions you're telling yourself to make you feel a certain way is when you need to kind of step away, I think. And, sometimes it's good for it to kind of affect you personally. Sometimes it's okay to kind of sink it in and understand it and have your own emotions kind of become, entwined with your characters, because that's how you really understand it. But, you need to have that time to yourself when you go home and you don't, You aren't Alina, you aren't Teri. It's just a job. You can just have some cereal and watch Real Housewives of Atlanta.
That sounds pretty good, actually. I like the sound of that.
We shot it kind of chronologically inside the diner, I think, pretty much, and it was great. I mean, it was, like they said, you don't really know your character, and I think Alina was someone that I think it helped for me, at least, because Alina, I don't think she really knew who she was on that first day in the diner. She's really lost. She's the most kind of drugged up she's ever been. She's real out of it, and it really worked for me. I think that day is the day I ate a whole pie and a half.
Yeah, several times.
After every take, I think we finished a whole pie. With whipped cream and buckets of coffee.
Slice of pie, not the whole pie.
No. By the end of the day, I had eaten so many slices. It was about a pie and like a quarter.
Yeah, she was eating a lot.
Yeah. So it was a great first day.